Hey Archie, it's Pop here, and I've decided because you're not at school and you have to do your own lessons, that today I've decided to read you a book. And that book is Snoopy and Charlie Brown, the Peanuts movie. In a wintry school morning, and Charlie Brown is still tucked up in bed. As he lies there, he can hear his little sister Sally on the phone. "No school today," she says. "A snow day. Hooray, it's a snow day." Charlie Brown rushes to get dressed. By the time he gets outside, his friends are already there. They're all busy skating and playing ice hockey. Everyone loves a snow day. Charlie Brown is carrying his new kite. "This could be the day," he says to himself. "The day I finally fly my kite." He holds the string firmly and runs as fast as he can. "It's flying," he shouts. But as he runs, the string gets caught around his ankles. The kite lifts him up into the air and spins him about until he ends up hanging upside down in the kite-eating tree. Charlie Brown untangles himself and pulls down the battered remains of his kite. "It's going to be a long winter," he sighs. "What kind of person tries to fly a kite in the middle of winter?" Lucy shouts. "You will never get that kite to fly." Everyone turns to look at Charlie Brown and begins to laugh. Suddenly, the sound of a moving truck's horn sends the gang running to the wooden fence. "Hey, there's a new kid moving in." The next morning, as the Peanuts gang sit in class, the door opens and the teacher enters, followed by someone else. It's the new kid, and it's a girl. A girl with beautiful red hair. Charlie Brown's heart starts to beat faster. He really wants to become her friend. As the little red-haired girl takes her seat, the teacher hands out test papers. How is Charlie Brown ever going to be able to concentrate now? Once the test is finished, the little red-haired girl gets up to hand in her paper. As she walks away, her pink pencil falls to the floor, rolls, and stops in front of Charlie Brown. "She nibbles her pencil just like I do," he says, examining it. Charlie Brown doesn't know what to do. His heart is pounding and his knees are weak, but he will never be brave enough to speak to her. He decides to visit Lucy. "I need your advice," he says. "There's a girl I'd like to impress." "Girls don't like failures, Charlie Brown. If you really want to impress a girl," she says, "you need to show her you're a winner." Lucy hands him a book. It's called 10 Ways to Become a Winner. Charlie Brown takes the book home, but as he begins to read, he hears a strange noise. He decides to go and investigate. It's Snoopy and Sally, and she's holding a cowboy hat. "What are you doing?" he asks. "I'm going to be a rodeo star in the school talent show," she cries. "Yee-haw!" This gives Charlie Brown a brilliant idea. He will win the talent show, and then the little red-haired girl will be bound to notice him. Charlie Brown pulls out his magic set and begins to practice. Snoopy decides No magic act is complete without a loyal assistant, and rushes to get his best bow tie. On the night of the talent show, Charlie Brown waits nervously in the wings. Nothing can go wrong now. He watches Sally on stage. "Right on, cowboy," she shouts. But something is wrong. The audience begins laughing at Sally as she tries to lasso a cardboard cow. She looks nervously at Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown decides he must help her. So, rather than perform his magic act, he leaps onto the stage and pretends to be a cow. He knows he looks ridiculous, but he must help his little sister. "Rope me," he calls to her. "Moo!" Sally's eyes light up and she swings the lasso over her head. She throws the rope around Charlie Brown and pulls tight. The crowd goes wild. Charlie Brown is so embarrassed, and to make things worse, he spots the little red-haired girl in the crowd. After the failure of the talent show, Charlie Brown concentrates harder than ever on 10 ways to become a winner. He doesn't even hear the phone ring. "Your girlfriend's on the phone," Sally calls out, teasing him. "It can't be," he thinks. "The little red-haired girl is ringing me." But it's only Peppermint Patty. She tells Charlie Brown that she has signed him up to make cupcakes for the winter dance. Charlie Brown sighs. Why would he want to go to the winter dance? That night, as Charlie Brown takes out the recycling, through the window opposite, he can just make out the figure of a girl with a cloud of whirling red hair dancing around. "She likes to dance," he says. Crash, bang, bump. Finally, a strange sound. Sally and Snoopy carefully push open the door to Charlie Brown's room, and there they find him dancing with a huge smile on his face. "I'm going to dance with her," Charlie Brown cries, twirling around. But Charlie Brown needs help, and Snoopy is just the beagle to do it. He goes straight to his doghouse and pulls out his dancing kit. He lays some footprints on the floor in a simple pattern and then encourages Charlie Brown to try the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, whispers Charlie Brown under his breath as he moves around the room. After many hours of practicing, Charlie Brown begins to get the hang of it. The winter dance is tonight, and the school gym has been transformed. They obviously don't have the coronavirus. The girls' dance competition begins. Charlie Brown watches as the little red-haired girl takes her turn, and her friends begin cheering and whooping. "Well, I think we know who our winner is," Franklin calls. "And now it's the gentleman's turn," he continues. Charlie Brown's heart beats fast as he takes his place on the dance floor. With a deep breath, he begins performing the dance, just as Snoopy taught him. But suddenly, his shoes fly off and hits the water sprinkler in the ceiling, sending cold water spraying down onto the whole party. "This is not how it's supposed to end," he says. Just then, the little red-haired girl walks over to Charlie Brown and begins to tell him how much she admires him. "You showed compassion to your sister at the talent show, and at the dance you were brave and funny." The little red-haired girl wants to be his friend. because he never gave up. Charlie Brown can't stop smiling. It really, oh well, a mistake. It feels really good to be Charlie Brown. The end. Hi and bye, Archie.